The intention of this practice is to recognize your Anandamaya Kosha. This kosha constitutes your casual body and is associated with the state of dreamless sleep or samadhi. Samadhi is a Sanskrit term which means a perfect union with the soul. It is the experience of being and resting in bliss. All of the koshas surround your Atman or your soul, which is your eternal consciousness. If you think of a lamp, the Atman or soul is the light itself that shines through the lampshade of the koshas and takes on their coloring. These koshas are always encompassing your soul, but by working with them, you can help uncloud the koshas so that the purest form of yourself can be revealed. Start your practice in a standing posture at the top of your mat. Be sure that your feet are hip-width distance apart and that you have equal weight between them. Allow a soft bend in your knees. Align your hips over your ankles. Maintain a neutral pelvic position. Relax your shoulders down towards the mat, away from your ears. Close your eyes. Relax the muscles in your face. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Start to notice your natural breath. What does it look and feel like in this moment? Start to navigate a deeper, more intentional breath. Send your inhale low into your belly for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top of the inhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Pause for 7. Slow exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Pause at the top for 7. Exhale for 8. Breath in. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Keep breathing. Finish this breath and continue to breathe consciously with your yogic breath. Take stock of your energy in this moment. Do you feel as if you're vibrating at a lower frequency or a higher frequency? And use this inquiry to set an intention for yourself, for your practice, based on how you want to feel. Clasp your hands together at your heart center and keep your pinkies free, pointing up towards the ceiling. This is known as the Sahasrara Mudra. Working with this mudra can help you connect with your crown chakra and open it up so that you can access deeper consciousness inside of you. Whenever we take this mudra throughout the practice, use it as a reminder to return to your intention. Keeping this mudra on an inhale, extend your arms towards the ceiling, looking at your hands. Take a back bend at the top of the inhale, and when you're ready to exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward towards the top of your mat. Pedal out your legs by bending and straightening them to help warm up your hamstrings in your first forward fold. Inhale, place your hands on your shins and straighten your arms to decompress your spine. Stay for the exhale and nod your head left and right to help loosen up your vertebrae. Take another breath in and exhale to fold. Breath in to circle your arms above your head for mountain pose. Take a back bend at the top of the breath, and when you're ready to exhale, fold over yourself. Breath in to rise halfway. On the exhale, bring your right hand to your lower back and bring a bend into your left knee to find a twist. Feel free to hover your left hand if it can't quite reach the ground, or you can place it on top of a block if you have one. On your next exhale, unwind and fold forward. Bring some movement into your legs once again. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bring your left hand to your lower back and bring a deep bend into your right knee to come into a twist. Your gaze can be out to the left or up towards the ceiling. On your next exhale, unwind and fold. Inhale, walk your hands to the right side of your mat to feel a lateral stretch in your left side body. Stay for a breath. Exhale, walk your hands back towards center and then over to the left side. Keep your feet grounded just as they are and feel that stretch in your right side body. Exhale, allow the body to come back towards center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head to stand up. Take a back bend at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Reach your arms forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step both feet back, coming into a high plank. Spread your fingers wide. Press down through the palms to cap in the upper back to create space between the vertebrae. Take 7 breaths here, being mindful of the entire inhale to fill up completely And on the exhale, squeeze everything out. Feel your core turn on as you empty out. Breathe in to fill back up. Exhale to find release and engagement. Take another deep breath in, rock forward an inch over your wrists. Exhale, keep your elbows tucked into your sides, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, hover your hands, your chest, and your head for baby cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, release. Bring your arms out wide, tent your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, peel your chest up. King Cobra, stay for the exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale, meet your right shoulder onto the mat. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, touch your left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, release everything down. Return your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself back, coming into a child's pose. Have your toes touching and your knees placed to the edges of the mat. Form your Sahasrara Mudra by clasping your fingers together, leaving your pointer fingers free. Bend into your elbows to bring your fists to the top of your head. Take this time to check back in with your intention and to check in with your breath. Release your mudra and place your palms back down to the mat. Press through the palms to lift the chest up, to look up for a cow variation. Exhale, bring a bend into your elbows to round your spine towards the ceiling, cat variation. Inhale, ground your forearms, look up, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, round through your back, tuck your chin to look at your belly button. Inhale, cow variation, arch the back. Exhale, cat variation, round the back. Come into a tabletop position to continue with this cat-cow motion. Be sure that all of your limbs are stacked. When you find yourself in cat on the exhale, stay there for an extra breath in and out. Inhale, cow pose, broaden in your chest, look up, stay for the exhale. Breath in, neutralize your spine, and exhale, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Take some movement in the legs if you need it to help loosen up in your hamstrings. You should feel spacious in the area around your ears and shoulders. You should be able to nod your head left and right without catching anything on your upper body. On an inhale, raise your right leg high. Stay for the exhale. Maintain your upper body position as you take a breath in, and exhale, release the leg down. Inhale, raise your left leg up. Stay for the exhale, point your left hip down to keep the hips closed. Take a breath in and exhale to lower the foot back down. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, place it down. Inhale your left leg up. Reach your heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, place it down. Do one more round of this. Right leg up. And then your left. Find yourself in a still downward facing dog position. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your bottom down to the mat to set up for boat pose. Bring a bend into your knees and wrap your hands around your shins. If you would like to challenge this posture, you can remove your hands from your legs and hover them out to the sides, or choose to straighten your legs. Keep a smooth and steady breath. From here, we're going to take dynamic bridge. Take an inhale, exhale, lower onto your back. Inhale, pull up and in. Exhale, flatten onto your back. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Keep the legs hovered. Inhale, pull up and in. Exhale, lower onto your back. Inhale, up into bow. Cross your legs, plant your hands in front of you, and come onto your knees for camel pose. Raise your torso up and place your hands to your lower back. Take a breath in to lengthen in the spine. Exhale, take a back bend. We'll take this dynamically. Inhale to release. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, neutralize your spine. Last one. Exhale. Feel free to come out of it or hold for a couple rounds of breath. You maybe want to take it further by taking your hands on your ankles. And when you're ready to release this pose, bring your torso back up and plant your hands to the mat in front of you, coming into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale your knee towards your nose and step the foot through. Warrior 1 feet when you feel stable. Inhale to rise. We're going to practice some breath retention with the inhale. Hold your inhale at the top as you plant your hands down to the mat, and then exhale to step your right foot back and lower from high to low plank. Inhale, press the mat away from you, broaden in your chest and look up for cobra pose or upward facing dog. Exhale your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, send your knee towards your nose and step the foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up to warrior 1. Reach the top of the inhale and then hold the breath at the top to plant your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. Exhale, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. If you need to let out some heat, you can take an open mouth exhale. Recenter your mind with your breath. Inhale, gaze between the hands. Exhale, empty out completely. Bend in your knees and jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend in the knees, sweep the arms to the horizon, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose. Collect your hands at your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms to the horizon, bend in the knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rise up for warrior one. Reach the top of the inhale. Hold the breath at the top as you plant your hands. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Breath hold to plant your hands. Exhale, step your foot back, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Inhale to gaze between your hands. Exhale to travel to the top of your mat. Breath in to rise halfway and lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend in your knees, arms to the horizon, chair pose. Exhale, samasthiti at the top of your mat. One more. Inhale, arms to the horizon, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump your feet back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, broaden in your chest, soften your shoulders towards the mat. Exhale, your hips back. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, warrior one, reach your fingers towards the ceiling. Plant your hands. Exhale, step your foot back, lower into chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, reach the top of the inhale, then plant your hands, start your exhale as you lower into chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the horizon, bend in your knees. Exhale, collect your hands at heart center, straighten your legs. Form your Sahasrara Mudra and connect back with your intention that you created for your practice. How are you embodying your intention? Inhale, extend your arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, take a baby back bend. Inhale, neutralize your spine, keeping your mudra. Exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump your feet back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend in your knee, encourage your heel towards your glute and your knee towards the ceiling. On a breath in, close your hips, re-extend your leg. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it over, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, cross it over. Inhale, bring your knee towards the center of your chest and then step the foot down. Rise up for warrior one. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, bring your arms out to a T. Lift your gaze slightly. Stay here with breath. Avoid crunching in the lower back by lifting up and out of the hips. Inhale, extend your arms towards the ceiling. Create your Sahasrara mudra as you extend your arms in front of you, bringing your torso at a diagonal. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands to frame your foot and lower your left knee to the mat. We're taking lizard pose here. Heel toe your right foot to the long edge of the mat to create more opening in the hips. Press down your left knee into the mat as you reach your head towards the front of the room to feel a lengthening in your left hip flexor. Start to heel toe your right foot even further to the side and then bring it back to meet your left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower your chest and your chin down to the mat, keeping your hips raised. Inhale, press the mat away from you, ground your hip bones to the mat for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, bend in your knee, heel towards your glute, open up in your hip. Inhale, close your hips, re-extend your left leg. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it over. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, bring your knee to the center of your chest, step the foot down, and then rise up to warrior one. Exhale, relax in your upper body. Inhale, bring your arms out to a T, palms facing the ceiling, lift up in the chest. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, clasp your hands above your head, Sahasrara mudra. Exhale, tilt the torso forward at a diagonal. Inhale. Exhale, plant both hands down to the mat, lower your right knee, and heel toe your left foot to the long edge of the mat for lizard pose. Imagine you're like a turtle. See if you can peek your head out of your shell to create more space between your shoulder, neck, and ear area. Keep reaching your head forward as you press down through your hips to feel a lengthening in your right hip flexor. Start to encourage your left foot more out to the side and then meet it with your right leg coming onto your knees. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your chin and your chest to the mat, keeping your hips raised. Inhale, soften the hips towards the mat. Bring your gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, jump or walk to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your left foot back. Point your left toes to the top left corner of the mat and bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg and your left hand to your chest. Work on opening your chest towards the left side, and feel free to keep your hand there to work on rotating at the spine or extend the left arm straight up. So we're in a side angle pose. If keeping your hand to the ground is a little bit too deep of a stretch, you can hover your fingers above the mat, keeping your right tricep glued to the inner right leg. On a breath in, raise your torso up, bringing your arms out to a T for warrior 2. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant your hands down to the mat. Close your hips. All toes are facing forward. Plant your left hand down to the mat as you bring your right hand to your heart. So we're taking revolved lunge. Keep working on rotating at the spine rather than at the shoulders. We're going to come into a high revolved lunge. So press down deeply through both of your feet and slow as you can, raise your torso up to stack above your hips. Create a deep bend in both of your elbows so that the twist stays nice on your shoulders. If this is a little bit too much, you can bring your hands together at your heart center and maybe create your Sahasrara mudra here. Inhale to unwind and collect your hands in your Sahasrara mudra at your heart center if you haven't already. Extend your arms towards the ceiling and exhale. Plant your hands to frame your foot, step your right foot back, and move through your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. When you found yourself in downward facing dog, take a breath in, and on your exhale, meet your feet towards your hands at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Point your right foot at a 45-degree angle and bring your left hand and arm to the inside of your left foot. Bring your right hand to your chest and work on opening your chest to open up to the right side. Side angle pose. If your breath has become shorter, then back off slightly by hovering your left fingertips above the mat and raising your torso up, or connecting your left elbow to your left knee. Moving into warrior 2 next, press down through both of your feet to inhale your arms to the horizon. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach the top of the inhale, and then exhale. Windmill your hands to frame your foot. Point both hips forward. Bring your left hand to your chest, right hand down to the mat for revolved lunge, opening up your chest to the left side of the mat. Work on the twisting sensation along your spine rather than cranking the shoulders open. If this pose is enough for you, honor that and stay as you are. But if you would like to come into a high revolved lunge, raise your torso to stack above your hips and create a deep bend in your elbows to encourage your gaze behind your left shoulder. Then from here, you can straighten the arms more. Press down deeply through your feet and magnetize your thighs towards your enter to stay balanced. Inhale, create your mudra at your heart center to unwind. Exhale, extend your arms towards the ceiling. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, open up to the side of the mat, bringing your hands to your hips. So we're going to do a wide-legged forward fold. Point your toes in and your heels out. Inhale, lift your chest towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, straighten your arms and lift your gaze to lift halfway. Exhale, find your depth. Notice your breath and keep it smooth and steady. We can look at our emotions to know if we are aligned with our soul. Because when we feel good and we have positive emotions, that means that we are in alignment with what we want. On the contrary, when we have emotions that we don't prefer, then we feel out of alignment with what we want. Notice how you're feeling right now and different emotions that you've had throughout your day. Do these emotions point towards alignment or unalignment? And how can you cater your practice and your thoughts and your breath to help you feel more in line with your soul? See if you can encourage your feet a little bit wider so that your head falls closer towards your mat. If you're interested in setting yourself up for a headstand, this is how you would work your way up to that. If you feel ready, I invite you to take a headstand in this posture, but only if you've done one before and know that you can do it safely. If you do not choose to do a meditation, just sit with your breath just as you are in this mild inversion. Whichever posture you're in at the moment, start to make your way into embryo pose. This is very similar to child's pose, with your knees encouraged together, your feet together, and your torso lying over your thighs. Create your Sahasrara Mudra by clasping your hands together with your pinky fingers free and resting your forehead on the space that your thumb knuckles create. Coming back to emotions, know that whenever you're feeling out of alignment with your soul, you can return to these times where you have felt in alignment, where you have felt super happy and content. And in these moments, you can consciously fill up your glass bottle. Know that this bottle is everlasting, and that whenever you are feeling down, you can open that bottle and let it flow out whenever you need, because it is never ending. From here, make your way into a tabletop position and take a couple of cat and cow to realign in your spine. Be sure to move with a conscious breath so that you can move in alignment with your intention and with your higher consciousness. Make your way into a downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot through between your hands. Adjust your back foot at a 90-degree angle and inhale, open up to warrior two. Exhale, relax your shoulders down the back. Inhale, reach your right fingertips forward for extended side angle. Exhale, bring your left hand towards your chest and then extend it over your head. Work on opening your chest towards the left side of your mat and breathing equally on all sides of your torso. If you're up for it, you can take a bind in this posture, but be sure that your torso isn't caving into your leg and that you're working on rotating at the spine to open up in the chest. Keep breathing smoothly and deeply. Bring your torso to face your mat. Plant your hands and step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle your arms above your head for mountain pose. And exhale, collect your hands at your heart center in your Sahasrara mudra. From here, raise your right knee up. Open it out to the side and then find a point of contact on your leg to set up for tree pose. Your right knee is pointing to the right side of your mat and your foot is somewhere on your leg but avoiding your knee. Release your shoulders down to the mat and focus your gaze on a non-moving point in front of you. Encourage your knee to point back towards the front and then release it down. On an inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Take a back bend at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your feet back, lower from high to low plank. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, your knee towards your nose and step your foot through. Right foot is at a 90-degree angle and then rise up into warrior two. Gaze is forward, hips are open. Inhale, reach your left fingertips towards the front of the room. Exhale, align your left arm with your left shin and reach your right arm over your head for extended side angle. Back off if you need to so that you can breathe equally in your torso, or maybe create a bind if you would like to go deeper into the pose. If you send your left knee forward, this will allow you to get your left hand closer to the ground. Keep opening your chest. Your gaze can be out at the horizon or back behind your right shoulder, maybe even up towards the ceiling. Start to unwind, framing your foot with your hands and then step your back foot forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise up to mountain pose. Exhale, collect your hands at your heart center in your Sahasrara mudra. Start to make your way into tree, balancing on your right leg. Lift your left knee up towards your hips and then open it out to the side. Maybe use your hand to help kick your foot up onto your leg or just rest it on your calf, but avoiding the knee. Encourage your right hip to pull in towards your center if it's peeking out to the side. And then focus on steadying your breath. If you feel super solid in this pose, maybe try closing one eye or two. Inhale to encourage your knee back towards center, and then exhale, release the foot down. Inhale, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, bend your knees to bring your bottom down to your mat to set up for bridge pose. So we're going to do bridge pose to help us get ready for wheel. If you're someone who has never been able to do wheel before, see if you can grab on to your ankles and encourage them really close to your hips and do bridge this way. If you're not quite there yet, do bridge as you normally do. Press your shoulders into the mat as you inhale to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Start to snuggle your shoulders underneath the back to open up in the chest. Keep raising your hips up towards the ceiling as you take deep breaths. Take a spacious breath in, and on the exhale, as slow as you can, lower your spine back down to the mat. So we're going to take wheel pose next. If you would like to keep working on your bridge, you are free to do that. If you would like to take wheel pose, place your hands by your ears with your fingers pointing towards your feet and your elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. On an inhale, raise your hips up as you would in bridge. Exhale, bring the top of your head to the mat. And then inhale, straighten your arms to lift up towards the ceiling. Keep your toes facing towards the front of the room. Keep pressing down through your palms to lift up through the shoulders. Send deep, fluid breaths throughout the entire body. When you've had enough, start to walk your feet away from you and then slowly lower back down onto your mat. Allow your spine to neutralize for a moment. Maybe take your feet out wide and your knees to touch. Or hug your knees into your chest. Maybe taking happy baby. Do whatever allows you to find some release. Sometimes in yoga, we're able to experience these moments of bliss. They may feel different to everyone, but you know how they feel. Know that you can consciously create these moments of bliss whenever you want. Maybe they happen when you're breathing really deeply, when you are focused on a pose, or when you get somewhere that you've never been before. Know what triggers these moments of bliss for you, and then see if you can consciously create them whenever you want throughout your practice. Start to make your way into a downward facing dog to set up for half pigeon, or choose to take figure 4 staying on your back. When you're in downward facing dog, inhale your right leg up for three-legged dog. Exhale your right knee to your left elbow, and then cross it over behind your right wrist, aligning your ankle behind your left wrist. The goal is to keep your shin as parallel as you can with the top of the mat, but do the best that you can. Try to keep your right foot flexed. Encourage your left hip forward and your right hip back as you keep your chest lifted. And then peek behind at your ankle and be sure that your heel and your ankle are pointing up towards the ceiling rather than caving towards the side. From here, if you would like to fold forward, I invite you to rest your forearms onto the mat with your palms facing up towards the sky to allow you to be more receptive to whatever you're trying to consciously create in your life, whatever intentions you're trying to fulfill, or the parts of yourself that you desire to access. Bring weight back into your upper body. Tuck your left toes to lift the left knee, and then send your right leg up for three-legged dog, and find a bend in the knee to help release in your hip and glute. When you feel satisfied, return your right foot back down to the mat and inhale to raise your left leg up. Exhale your left knee to your right elbow, and then align your knee behind your left wrist and your foot behind your right wrist. Try to achieve a flexed left foot. Encourage your left hip back and your right hip forward. Before you fold forward, work on finding release in the lower body, in the hips, in your shoulders, the neck, and in your face. Use your breath to help you feel more easeful in the pose. And then, if you feel called to fold over your front leg, I invite you again to rest your weight onto your forearms with your palms facing the ceiling. You may also choose to clasp your hands together, taking your Sahasrara Mudra and resting your forehead on the space that your thumb knuckles create. Bring your weight back into your upper body if you've folded forward. If it felt nice on the other side, you can send your left leg up long and open up in the hip to find some release. Otherwise, come on to your left hip and send your legs out long in front of you for a forward fold or Paschimottanasana. Pedal out your legs to release any tension, and then place your hands next to your hips and press down through your palms to lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling for a nice straight spine. From here, keep this length along your torso as you raise your arms above your head and then fold forward over your legs. Take an inhale to lift the chest, to straighten in the spine once again, and then exhale to reach your chest towards your feet rather than down towards your knees. Restack your torso above your hips, placing your palms next to your hips and pressing down through them to lengthen the torso towards the ceiling. Once again, inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Exhale, fold over your legs. Maybe this time you find that you can go a bit deeper. Start to walk your hands back towards your center to lift the torso up, and then make your way onto your back with your legs out long. If you need any release in your lower back, bring a bend into your knees, maybe hug them into your chest for a couple rounds of breath. When you start to feel good, lengthen your left leg out and raise your right leg straight up. If it's accessible, grab your big toe with your right peace fingers and then guide the leg out towards the right side, extending your left arm out to a half T. It's okay if you can't grab your foot. You can still just allow your leg to open up to the side, or maybe grab your thigh area. From here, inhale, encourage your leg back towards center, and with your left hand, grab your toes or maybe your calf and encourage the right leg to cross over your body for a twist. If you feel good as you are, stay like that. But if you would like a deeper twist, bring a bend into your left leg and see if you can grab that foot with the right hand. Be sure that both of your shoulders are grounded completely onto the mat. Use your breath to further relax into this pose, feeling the back of your head, your shoulders, and your hips melt into the mat. Unwind and send both of your legs out long once again. Keep your right leg extended and glued to the mat as you lift your left leg up, maybe grabbing it with your left peace fingers. Take a breath in here, and on an exhale, encourage your left leg to open up to the side as you extend your right arm out to a T. Inhale your left leg to center and choose to grab your toe with your right fingers or somewhere on your leg and then cross it over your body. Extend your left arm out to a T with the palm facing the ceiling. To deepen your twist, bend in your right leg and grab the inside of the foot with your left hand. Keep your shoulders and your back glued to the mat. For an even deeper twist, you can bring the bottom of your left foot to the ground and then grab that ankle with your right hand, pointing the knee towards the ceiling. Wherever you are, use your breath to help you relax further and further. Unwind the body and take any final poses you would like before making your way into Shavasana. Allow your body to find rest in this moment. Rejoice and sit in the joy of your yoga. You are here now, in a safe space to cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself, to create peace, and to plant seeds in the mind and body for the fulfillment of your soul. While in Shavasana, you can choose to have a more passive experience and allow the unconscious mind to take over as you rest and relax and integrate. Or you can choose to be conscious during this experience and actively watch your thoughts and stay anchored in the present moment through focusing on your breath. I am sure that you will have many thoughts that come into your field, but if you stay focused on the breath, you will be more aware to notice when these thoughts enter and then choose to not go with the thoughts, but to return to your breath. I invite you to have an experience in Shavasana that will fulfill the intention that you created for yourself at the beginning of your practice. honor that intention. And honor the purest version of yourself. Slowly start to wake up the body, allowing gentle movements. Maybe take a full body stretch by taking a deep inhale and sending your arms above your head, pointing the toes. On an exhale, roll over to either side of your body and find bliss in this moment. In your own time, make your way into an easy seated position, whatever that looks like to you. Rest your wrists on your knees with your palms up for the ability to receive all of the moments of bliss that you experience in your life. I invite you to sing an Om with me. Take a deep breath in. Inhale, sweep your arms above your head. Take your Sahasrara Mudra at the top. Exhale, place your thumb knuckles on your third eye center. Imagine a brilliant white light emanating from all of your cells. Send this white light to those around you and then to all other beings on this planet, so that we can all shine from the same light. Namaste.